To speak to the bill, the chair recognizes Representative Gay-Dagnogo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today with disappointment, not just because of the bill, but the process. 16 weeks seems a bit shallow for something that's 45 years old. A rush to bury in a system that was designed with intent to look out for our most vulnerable. As the great representative from the 84th District has said, we came to bury Otto No Fault. But with any burial, there's a eulogy to speak well of. So who is Otto No Fault? We know she's in her mid-40s, born in 1973. We know that in her inception, she cared greatly for those that will potentially have catastrophic injuries. She's had some problems that many have taken for granted and did not hold in check by an adequate fraud authority. We know that she has not treated all Michigan citizens fairly with territorial rating, which is more problematic than zip codes in any other geographical boundary. We know that she has no real understanding of poor people in poverty, as she has charged them based on their credit scores and anything related to credit information. However, just know that just because she's older now doesn't mean we simply destroy her away and bury her. That's what Senate Bill 1 truly does. It is seeking to implode and to kill off Michigan's catastrophic coverage by this new millennial bifurcated tort hybrid system. Yes, its new leadership is younger. It looks better, if only on the surface, but she lacks the depth of true concern and value for Michigan's most vulnerable. She still discriminates, but she's a little more superficial in the fact that she uses words that confuses average citizens while imploding care, giving insurance companies just a little bonus on the nightstand as she leaves. She doesn't care much for kids because it caps coverage at $250,000, even for innocent bystanders that could potentially be hit by a drunk driver. She's sneaky because she hides the fact that she's going back in time to subject victims in the MCCA and those that provide care to them to this newly structured reimbursement rates. Now, this is not the first time I've come before you to speak about my feelings. This is like deja vu, as today's debate is strikingly reminiscent of the debate I had just a few weeks ago, months ago, years ago. I've been here for 5 years now. I've gotten to know a lot of you very well. Actually, I like a lot of you. And I believe a lot of hard work went into this. So most of you at the end of the day, know that I respect you, know that I respect your dedication. I just still see that there are so many fractures in this bill. I'm willing to put aside political differences and ideology, because as my post said today, I am now an independent. So we must understand that my opposition is not about stubbornness, partisanship, my petty desire to see the bill fail. It's about truth. It's about really understanding the words of our Constitution. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the government, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundations on such. Many are called, but few are chosen. Today, I am prayerful that my values, that my core never allows me to leave Michigan's most vulnerable or any of our most vulnerable, to never leave the people, to never leave the voiceless, to never leave those that can't fend for themselves. That is, Mr. Speaker, what this bill is doing. It is disingenuous, it is dishonest, it does not end redlining, and it does not ensure fair and equitable rates across the state of Michigan. No, I don't want the blood from this burial on my hands. Neither do I want the grease from the sausage in my suit. Mr. Speaker, I rise in great opposition to this unfair, unjust, unequitable bill that we are rushing before the people before the trip to Mackinac. It smells like the manure on the island that many will smell next week, Mr. Speaker.
Representative, please keep your comments on the merits of the bill before us. I'm attempting to provide some latitude. The chair recognizes Representative Gay-Dagnogo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am done. I do thank you for your latitude. I'm voting no. Vote your conscience.
All those in favor vote aye. Those opposed to vote nay. The clerk will open the board. Members, the board will be closing. Please vote at your desk. Clerk will close the board. Representative Jones votes aye. Clerk will tally, display, and announce the vote.
Mr. Speaker, on the question of final passage of Senate Bill 1, there are 94 aye votes and 15 nay votes.
A majority